Alright, test the mic first. I hope you guys can hear me. So you guys can hear my voice, right? Bad news for today is actually today I sick until quite serious. Yeah, even I ate the medicine already, still actually get cold. But I hope I can finish this paper one. So yeah, no need to worry. Yeah, it's fine. Actually have few other students actually send me the paper one. So yeah, no worry. Alright, we will just start the live streaming in 1 minute. Hi, Alvin. Yeah, so I eat some Chinese medicine. I hope it will help. Yeah, before I start this paper, right, I want to let you know this paper actually, the answer itself have a lot of problem. Yeah, I think maybe this copy is not the finalized copy. So yeah, I do make about 7 to 8 mistake in this paper. So maybe have a finalized one, which we don't have. The online only have this version. So yeah, you might find your answer is very different from the answer at the marking scheme, which I think is okay. Don't discuss the paper one, no point. Why? But I thought you have both paper 1 and 2. This is not the Gulim paper. This is another one. I think they call this one at Citra Kedah. It's not the Gulim one. Gulim one I check actually is that one is not that bad. Quite okay. Yeah, and actually someone actually told me that SPM question maybe will take from the Kedah, Negeri Sembilan, and one more state. Which state already? Actually, I post at my chat over there, right? So yeah, so therefore I actually will discuss these few stage. Let me check about it. Yeah, and Selangor. So this is the reason why I choose the Kedah, or else I will already go to the SBP. Yeah. Yeah, they say about Selangor, Kedah, and Negeri Sembilan. So I trying to go through this paper. It's possible. Alright, we have about 150 students here. So I guess, yeah, let's start. Then we can end earlier. Yeah, so I think I will discuss Selangor as well. Okay, let's begin. Okay, I want to start my screen recording also. Alright, so today we will discuss about Kedah paper 1. So let's begin about this paper. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. Alright, and I do not want to block the question, so scroll to the other side. Alright, first of this question, when I do this question, there's no answer over here because you can't square root negative value. And yeah, and I checked the marking scheme. Maybe there's one way to do it. We actually change this coordinate to 16 and change this value to 7. But I guess I can still use some value to make you understand about this concept. Okay, because you see the 90 degree, right? If 90 degree means what? Mean this is first gradient. This one will be second gradient. First gradient multiply second gradient, you will get -1. This is what happened for 90 degree. And this one is a perpendicular formula. So therefore, okay, in order to find the gradient, let's say I want to find m1, I will say, okay, 7 minus 16 over h minus 0. And then this one will be, I will do the same thing, 7 minus 3 over h minus 0 equals to -1. So I need to change some value or else I cannot get the answer. So this one, I will actually get -9 over multiply 4 over h square equals to -1. So -36 equals to -h square. Then we can get h square equals to 36. Then h will become square root positive -36. Then h will be positive -6. But because h actually at the positive side, do you see actually? Because after the y-axis, isn't it? So therefore, my h is positive 6 only. Okay, so no need to write only. So my h is just 6. So yeah, I kind of need to change some value, or else if I follow the question, I couldn't actually get the correct answer. Alright, so let's move on to the question 2 here. This question is a little bit weird, but still okay. So if hx equals to m minus 3x, so they ask about hm. Hm means what? Mean right now if my x over here I change to m, that's mean on the other side whatever x I going to change to m. Okay, this is what happened for hm. So you have m minus 3m. So m minus 3m equals to 8. So -2m equals to m. 8m equals to -4. Yeah. Why you will get positive -6? Because you square root any number, you should know you have positive and negative value, isn't it? Okay, number 3, simple function question. Gfx basically means you sub the fx into the gx. So I will going to sub my fx into the gx here. So gfx, that means I just copy down my gx equation, 2x minus 3. And what is my x here? My x over here is the fx, isn't it? Because you imagine this is gx. Now your x changed to fx already, right? That means your x need to change to fx, which is 3x plus 4. So it's 6x plus 8 minus 3, it will be 6x plus 5. Alright, it shouldn't be too difficult here. Alright, this one is already in a completed square form. So we can easily know this one will give us maximum coordinate. Why is maximum not minimum? Because this a value is negative, because a less than 0. You see -1 here, isn't it? Then what is my maximum coordinate? Will be 4 and 10, right? 4 I take inside the bracket, 10 I take at the back here. Alright, then the second thing I will find is I always want to find the y-intercept. My y-intercept. So my y-intercept means what? I will make x equals to 0. So my y equals to -0 minus 4 square plus 10. Y equals to -6. So right now I got my y-intercept and maximum point. I will kind of draw the whole thing here. Okay, let me just draw nicely a bit. Okay, I pass through -6. This one will be 4 and 10. Alright, then I kind of done the questions. So normally sketch a graph, you need to know the shape, either U shape or N shape. You need to know the maximum or minimum coordinate. And the last thing you need to know is the y-intercept. Alright, so can you make more video about paper 2? Yeah, I actually will try to make more about paper 2. Next week your exam will be on next week. Your exam is next week Thursday, which day already is your, because I remember it's about something like 18th of November, isn't it? Am I remember wrongly? Do you need to mark the x-intercept? Yeah, normally we do not need to give x-intercept unless you see the mark is like 4 to 5 mark for sketch a graph, then only you need about x-intercept. Normally you just need the y-intercept and the turning point. Okay, yeah, it's the next Thursday, isn't it? So I trying to spend more time for the paper 2. Most likely, I would say most likely maybe tomorrow afternoon we will have one more live streaming about paper 2. Yeah, I hope tomorrow after a sleep I will feel better. Then yeah, we'll have another live streaming at tomorrow afternoon about 2 to 4. But I will double confirm after my live streaming. I want to see my schedule. So yeah, we're trying to discuss as many paper as possible before the SPM. Maybe we'll go to the Selangor paper, because I seem like I haven't discussed any Selangor paper with you, right? Yeah, maybe we'll go to Selangor paper also. Alright, so let's go to number 5 here. The quadratic function is defined by this one. Alright, so complete a square. You see this pattern, you know it's completing a square. So gx, this is positive x squared just 9 plus 4x. And then you need to plus something square minus back the same thing square plus k. So the something over here is basically b divided by 2. Your b is 4, isn't it? So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Combine the first 3 terms, become a bracket square. So this is x plus 2. Then you will minus 4 plus k. Then I done the part 1. So basically they ask me live in this pattern. And then the minimum value is a. So this one, outside the bracket one, this one is the minimum value. So if I say minimum value is 8, so that means this one equals to 8. K equals to 12. Alright, it shouldn't be too hard for this one. I did a different Kedah trial here. It's difficult too. Yeah, if today we can finish this one quite early, then maybe we can try second paper. Another Kedah paper, I guess. Alright, then this question we're trying to solve the log. It's different base. So what I'm doing here is I multiply 1 first. I get log 95 times 1. Alright, then we want to simplify. We always need to make them have the same base. I will change base 9 to base 3. Always change the largest base to the smaller. Alright, so I get something like this. So this is log 3x minus 1 equals to, okay, log 3 9 is equal to 2, isn't it? So I can say this is half multiply log 3 5. Because it's log 3 5 divided by 2. So I can take out divided by 2. When I take it out, it becomes 1 over 2. Okay, so why I want to make it into 1 over 2? Because I want to move up and make it become power half. Now I can cancel out the log 3. Then x minus 1 equals to square root 5. X is square root 5 plus 1. Alright, just like this, you can use the calculator and got the correct answer. Okay, a lot of students still struggle on this maximum or minimum. Okay, so actually quite easy one. Let's say I have fx equals to 2 x minus 4 x plus 4 square plus 8. Just a random question. This one just a random question. Alright, yeah, some students say should I take inside the bracket, outside the bracket? No. It's not about that. So first thing is you need to see the number in front of the bracket. If this number is positive number, because a is bigger, this is a, right? A is 2. 2 is bigger than 0. If a is bigger than 0, you have the minimum graph. And the coordinate is the way of taking the turning point is always the same one. X coordinate take inside the bracket. So if this is positive 4, must be opposite sign. It becomes negative 4. And then this one, you just copy. No need to change any sign. A. Alright, if a is less than 0, what happens if I change the positive 2 into negative 2? Now you have the maximum. But your turning point is still the same coordinate, which is negative 4 and 8. Okay, because the way we're taking the coordinate is always the same. But very depend on this value. This value we call a value. You want to see the a value is positive or negative. How to know which one is a? A is always beside the bracket square. Because sometimes you have the equation something like this. Gx equals to 7 minus 2x plus 5 square. Then your a will be negative 2. Always number beside the bracket square. Yeah, I hope you get it. Question 5, teacher. Okay, question 5 over here, they say about minimum value. Yeah, when they say minimum value, mean they actually ask about the y coordinate. Y coordinates of the turning point. And how do I know this one is the minimum? Because the number in front of the bracket square here is nothing. That means it's positive 1. Positive 1, positive is bigger than 0. It will give you the minimum value. Okay? No need to expand, right? No need. Because the reason you do complete a square because you want to get the minimum value. You expand it already, you couldn't get the minimum value. Okay? Let me move on. Alright, this kind of question I'm not going to use a log to solve because log going to take you some time. So what I will do over here is I will make both sides have the same power. Okay, so on my left hand side I basically have 8 power of 2x. So what I want to do is I want to make my right hand side also have power of 2x. So we know 6 over here. 6 I can say is 2 times 3, isn't it? So I know p power of 3 multiply 2x. So over here, this one will give me 6x, isn't it? If I multiply, it will give me 6x. So it's the same thing, isn't it? So if you understand this, then what I'm doing here is both sides is power of 2x already, right? Then I can say p power of 3 is equals to 8. Then p equals to 2. Alright, you just need to do like this, then it should be easier to do. Yeah, I know the Kedah paper is not that hard, but yeah, someone actually told me that yeah, maybe your SPM will have something similar to Kedah, Selangor, and Negeri Sembilan. This is the reason why I cover Kedah. Alright, so okay. So you have an equation y equals to pq plus px. So in order to get the y over x and 1 over x, I kind of need to rearrange the equation. So I will divide x for every single one. So after I divide x, I have y over x equals to pq, 1 over x plus p. Okay, after I got this one, of course I know my gradient is equals to pq, isn't it? Y equals to mx plus c. I hope you should be able to see that. So therefore, PQ is my gradient. I have the gradient over here. So I can say PQ equals to 20 minus 8 over 5 minus 1. So PQ should equals to 12 over 4, which is 3. So they want P in terms of Q. So P equals to 3 over Q. Done. Then they want about y over x intercept. That means they ask about c. My c will be p value over here. So what I can do over here is because this line doesn't touch the vertical intercept in the diagram. So what I need to do is I need to plug in one coordinate into the equation to find my c value. So I will just rearrange the thing. Y over x equals to gradient is 3, right? 3, 1 over x plus p. Then I choose this coordinate 1 and 8. So therefore, a equals to 3, 1 plus p. P equals to 5. So your vertical intercept will just equals to 5. Okay? Simple. Why change to 1 over x? Yeah, if you do not know why I changed to 1 over x, you might have a little bit trouble in this topic. Basically because I want to have 1 over x as my x-axis, right? So if like 5 over x, I can easily take this 5 over x is just a random sample. Because a lot of students were trying to find where is the 5 over x in the equation. Just a random number, I make it myself. Alright, 5 over x, I can simplify like 5 multiply 1 over x. I can always take it out because you 5 multiply 1 over x, you still get back the 5 over x, isn't it? So therefore, if I have pq over x, I can say this one as the pq multiply 1 over x because they are the same thing after you multiply. And you ask me why I need to take out the 1 over x because this is what the x-axis is, isn't it? Alright, so let's see any important question I need to answer. Can use the coordinate 520? Yeah, you use the 520, you should get the same value 5 also. Let's try it out. So if I change the coordinate here to 20 and 5 here, so you can see I will get 5 also because this is 20 minus 15 equals to p, right? P is still equals to 5. So you can use any of the coordinate here. But then you want to make sure you doesn't do something like 520 because some students will actually substitute like this y over x, right? They will do 20 over 5. Yeah, don't do this, because this one is no longer xy axis because the axis changed already. So you can straight away substitute into y over x and straight away substitute into 1 over x. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, the quadratic equation have the constant. Okay, so have two distinct roots and sum of root is basically 4 over 3. So in order to get the sum of root, we know what is sum of root, right? Sum of root basically is negative b over a. Okay, the question tells you sum of root is 4 over 3. So 4 over 3 equals to 4 over a. So a equals to 3. So I'm done already. Alright, hence determine the range value of m. Whenever you see the word range, you should know your equation should have bigger or less than. Should have the inequality. So you know two distinct root means what? Two distinct root basically mean b squared minus 4ac bigger than 0. So I have the a, I'm going to substitute back my a here. So I have 3x squared minus 4x plus m equals to 0. So my b is negative 4 squared minus 4a is 3, c is m bigger than 0. So 16 equals to 12m, not equal, bigger than 12m. I move the 12m to the other side, become positive, alright? So m will be less than 16 over 12, so m will be less than 4 over 3. Alright, this is how you do this kind of questions. So, okay. Yeah, so some students can help me to answer the why because some question is actually quite easy. So let me move on to number 10. Alright, so this question they tell you in the first quadrant. So what we do is, actually we don't draw a triangle because everything in terms of tangent, isn't it? Yeah, because or else I will draw a triangle to find out what is sine and cos. Alright, then cotangent is 1 over tangent. So it'll be 1 over h over 2. So equals to 2 over h. Simple. And tangent 2 theta will equals to 2 tangent theta over 1 minus tangent square theta. I hope I doesn't remember the formula wrongly. So this one should be 2. Tangent is h over 2 over 1 minus h over 2 square. Alright, so this one simplified. I should get h over 1 minus h square over 4. Then I kind of rearrange the denominator, make them 4 over 4. So I get 4 minus h square over 4. So I move the 4, go up. So it should be 4h over 4 minus h square. Alright, this is algebra. If you do not know what is happening here, yeah, you kind of need to go refer back to the algebra. Okay, it's fine. I do slowly a bit. Okay, let's do about this step. Okay, 1 divided by h over 2, isn't it? Divide change to multiply, it becomes 2 over h, right? 1 multiply 2 over h, you will get this answer, 2 over h. Yes, I know when you see the answer at the marking scheme, the marking scheme will tell you m is basically bigger than 4 over 3. And I checked like few time already. I'm pretty sure the marking scheme is wrong. Okay, so let's move on. If I skip all the trigo question, can I still manage to get A? Depend how many trigo question it come out. And then if you skip all the trigo question, you want to make sure all other question you got 100% correct. You got a lot of wrong and you skip a lot of question, then yeah, it might not a good news for you. Okay, so find the value of P and Q in degree. So first thing is you can see over here, you have cos graph and you have a tangent graph from 0 to 360. And then P and Q is an intersection point. I said many times, in the MF, if you want to find the intersection point, basically you substitute one equation into another equation. So do a sort of the simultaneous. So over here, what I will do is I will sub my y into the y here. Then I will get cos theta equals to tangent theta. Sorry. Then cos theta will equals to, tangent will be sine theta over cos theta. Alright, then cos square theta equals to sine theta. And what is cos square? Is 1 minus sine square theta equals to sine theta. And you realize this is quadratic, right? So I move everything to the other side. Sine square theta plus sine theta minus 1. And this one you kind of cannot factorize, so I will just use the calculator to do this. So yeah, I will let the calculator to actually help me for this. So okay, so 1, 1, negative 1. Alright, so I will get sine theta equals to 0.618. And then another one, sine theta should equals to negative 1.618. And then we know sine shouldn't less than negative 1. So this one will be rejected. And you ask me why I will reject it, because this one when you type in the calculator, it will give you math error. So I will reject it. So I only have one answer. I mean I only have two answers over here. So first thing is I want to make sure this one is the degree. Then I do shift sign 0.618. Then I should get the first angle is okay, 38.17. Okay, and then second angle is 180 minus answer, right? So it'll be 141.83. Alright, this is the both angle I will get. And yeah, in this one you will think, okay, I got a different answer with a marking scheme. Because the marking scheme, I think they have something like 4 over 3 tangent theta as a graph. So if I follow this question, I guess this is the answer I will get. Teacher, how do you become cos square theta? Oh, because this cos theta, I move to the other side, I multiply, isn't it? So cos multiply cos, then I will get cos square theta. Alright, so and then add sugar to coffee, right? Add sugar to coffee, tell you cos will get answer in first quadrant and second quadrant. When you type in the calculator, calculator will only tell you the answer in the first quadrant. So in order to get the answer in the second quadrant, you will need to do 180 minus theta. Okay, why is rejected? Yeah, good question. Why I will reject it? Let's try it out. So I do theta equals to inverse sine negative 1.618. And then you try to type in the calculator and tell me why I rejected. Alright, so let's move on to question 12. Okay, you have OA, you have OB, and find the value of K when AB is parallel to y-axis. This kind of question recently like quite famous, so you kind of need to pay attention in this kind of question. When it parallels to y-axis means what? If this is the y-axis, you have a vector which is parallel to y-axis. That means at your vector over here, It's only move the y value, right? So x value will be always 0. Then only move the y value because the y, yeah, only the y value can be changing, right? X value will be always 0. So this is what happened when they say parallel to y-axis. This one is parallel to y-axis. If you have the other one, which is parallel to x-axis, then you kind of need to do x0. Okay, so remember this. Alright, so I will find AB first. What is AB? AB is AO plus OB, isn't it? AO will be -4, -7. OB will be K2. So I kind of will join them together. Alright, since the question says it's parallel to the y-axis, then I will say -4 plus K equals to 0 because the top one have to be equal to 0. Then K equals to 4. Okay? Yep. So yeah, some students can't find this paper. So if any one of you actually have this paper, maybe you can just share it out. Alright, for question 13, I don't think we can find A, H and K. If any one of you know how to do H and K, just let me know. Because how they get is they actually make this one equal to 0 and this one equal to 0. They just say H plus 1 equal to 0, H equals to -1, K minus 2 equals to 0, and K equals to 2. But I can't find any logic why I want to make the vector OA become 0 and OB become 0. Because if I make them become 0, then it will be the 0 vector. 0 vector, it shouldn't be the length like this, because 0 vector maybe it's just a one dot over there. So therefore, yeah, this part A I will just skip it. I'm not going to do. Alright, and then find the resultant vector of AB. So they want to find the vector AB. This one is still okay because AB equals to AO plus OB. AO will be opposite of the OA, right? So add a negative for it. OB is K minus 2B. Alright, so this is the answer. Quite easy. Is it a 0 vector? But this question doesn't say this 2 is a 0 vector. Right? Oh yeah, I understand why. No. If it's not parallel, then what? Yeah, unless they are parallel. I understand what you guys trying to say, because you guys trying to say this is H minus 1A plus 0B, right? And then you have another one, OB is basically 0A plus K minus 2B, right? And then you comparing two, you can say this one is equal to this thing and this one equal to this thing. You can only do like this if the question say they are collinear or parallel. Right? If the question doesn't say it's collinear or parallel, I don't think you can just simply make it into 0. I mean, in my knowledge, I don't think can do that. Or anyone know how to do this, maybe you can just let me know later. Yeah, unless they are parallel, yeah, it makes sense. And anyways, if both also is 0, that means this vector OA is 0A and 0B. And 0A and 0B, it shouldn't look like this. I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? Because 0 vector shouldn't exist like that way. Alright, so yeah, if really come out in the exam, you just make it equal to 0. But I don't think exam will come out something like this. I mean, for me, it doesn't make sense. I think I asked you before. Really? And then I tell you it's equal to 0? Why? But because both also going two different direction, right? Okay, teacher, slow down a little bit. Some students are slow and might not able to catch up. Okay, let me just slow up a little bit from now. Yeah, because I thought maybe we can discuss another paper. Is due to relate non-parallel vector together to magnitude should be 0 in order to relate in the questions. I don't understand. Oh yeah, you asked me about non-zero and non-parallel. Yes, because non-zero vector, they just tell you A and B cannot be 0. This is the meaning of non-zero vector. Non-parallel means they are not the same. But they are not the same, it doesn't mean... Okay, I give you guys some example. So let's say... yeah, because they are going different direction. Maybe... Let's say this is A. And this is 2B. Or mean the other one is 0? No. It's also, it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to understand this one. Because according to the marking scheme, h equals to -1 and k equals to 2. So what happens if I substitute -1 into OA, then I will get something like this, which is 0A. But what's the meaning of 0A here? So same thing, if I substitute 2 into the B here, I get 0B. 0A and 0B have no meaning, right? Yeah, so it's fine. So yeah, maybe if anyone you know, you just let me know after that. Alright, so let's slow down and do this question 14. So on the question 11, how do you put sine theta in the calculator? You can't put sine theta in the calculator. You can only move the sine to the other side, become inverse sine, and then find the theta. Yeah, so that's mean I say this question A is unsolvable. So because the answer given is h equals to 1, k equals to 2, I do not know how to solve. Is anyone of you know how to solve? You let me know. So for me, if this kind of question, I will just give them 2 marks because I do not know how to do. Yeah, maybe I will try to figure out if I suddenly understand the logic. Maybe I will make another video only for that question to explain in my YouTube channel. So make sure you click the bell button and you will know if I have any new videos to update over there. Alright, let's come back to question 14. Alright, sine theta and 2 cos theta and 2 sine theta are the first 3 terms of AP. So we have 3 terms for AP, we know we always can find common difference. Because common difference means what? Second term minus first term equals to third term minus second term. So 2 cos theta minus sine theta will equals to 2 sine theta minus 2 cos theta. Alright, because this is what happened for AP. We always can use second term minus first term equals to third term minus second term. So I will kind of need to solve this one. I move the sine to this side, I move the cos to the other side. Alright, you get it? So, yep. So over here, I have 3 sine theta equals to 4 cos theta. And then this one will be sine theta over cos theta. I move the 3 to the other side, become 4 over 3. Why I want to do sine over cos? Because sine and cos, I can make it into the tangent theta. This is just a formula. Sine theta over cos theta equals to tangent. 4 over 3. Alright, so if tangent theta equals to 4 over 3, there's few ways you can do that. First, you draw out the triangle and trying to find the D, or you find the angle. Both also should be okay. So let's find the angle. Shift tangent 4 over 3. Then you get theta equals to 53.13. Alright, then this is not yet the common difference because the question asked me to find common difference. So what I want to do is the common difference equals to 2 cos theta minus sin theta, isn't it? So it's 2 cos 53.13 minus sine 53.13. So yep, you just type everything in the calculator. 2 cos 53.13 minus sine 53.13. Yeah, calculator will tell you is 0.4. So this one will be your common difference. Yeah, or if you want, you can draw the triangle if you want. This is theta. Sine is what? 4 over, tangent is 4 over 3, right? 4 over 3. So Pythagoras tell you is 3, 4, 5. Then you can get sine theta is equals to 4 over 5. And then cos theta will equals to 3 over 5. Then you can do the d like this. 2 cos theta 3 over 5 minus sine theta 4 over 5. Then this is 6 over 5 minus 4 over 5. You get 2 over 5, which is 0.4. So yeah, I just offer you 2 different methods of solving this kind of questions. Yeah, I hope you can understand. Why do we use another 180 plus 53.13? Okay, first thing is this question, it doesn't give us a range. And then in order to make my life easier, I will always choose my first angle. And then why I didn't choose the angle in the third quadrant, one of the reason is maybe the third quadrant sine and cos will get negative. So over here, it doesn't indicate anything, so I will not like find so many answers. If you say you want to find the 233.13, then same question, why don't you take the third answer? Why don't you take the fourth answer? Because the answer will go infinity one. Why don't you take the the first 103 answer? So yeah, so normally make our life easier, just take the first one. Okay, because if you take the third quadrant, I worry later cos and sine will give you negative and your final answer will get wrong. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Oops, it doesn't let me scroll down. 15. Alright, they asked us to find the positive value of k. This is GP, isn't it? So GP, if you have 3 terms, we can find the common ratio. So the common ratio, same thing, we use second term divided by first term equals to third term divided by second term. Alright, we kind of need to solve this equation. So it's 4k squared equals to k minus 2 multiply 5k plus 6. And then you just expand the bracket, you should get 5k squared plus 6k minus 10k minus 12. And then I simplify this one, I get k squared. I simplify this one, I get negative 4k minus 12. And then I will just factorize this one as usual. K minus 6, k plus 2. Then I get k equals to 6 and k equals to negative 2. But this question only one positive value. Then I will not take the negative 2. Alright, so the sum from the third term to the sixth term. Alright, this one, yeah, you can do something like S6 minus S2. Yeah, you can do this one if you wanted to. But I will not want to make my life so difficult, so I will not do this. Yeah, this is one of the methods. What I will do is I substitute 6 into my first 3 terms here. So 5 times 6 is 30 plus 6 is 36 is my first term. Second term will be 12. Third term will be 4. Alright, then I see the common things over here is basically divided by 3. Divided by 3. Then I can easily know my next term, right? I want to divide by 3 with 4 over 3. Divide 3 again, 4 over 9. And then I will divide 3 again. It will be 4 over 27. Because they ask about what? Third term to the sixth term, right? So this one is T3, T4, T5, T6. Basically, they want all these terms plus together, right? This is what the question asked for. So what I'm doing here is I just type the calculator to plus all this answer, and then you should get the final answer. Alright, you can plus it yourself, right? Yeah, I see the Natalie we say about the question just now. Origin is 0, 0, yeah. Yeah, you guys continue discuss. If you have the conclusion ready, you can let me know. Alright, question 16. So we can get the mark if we don't use the S formula. I think so, because this question is about 2 mark. 3 mark, we need to do so many things for 3 mark. Yeah, I think you use the T3 plus until T6 should be fine. Yes, you can use the S formula. But when you want to use the Sn formula, right, first thing is you have to decide the D value first. So because the D value is more than 1 or less than 1, you have 2 different Sn formula, right? You have 2 different Sn formula. You want to know which one you want to use, you need to find the D first and then decide the correct formula. Then you substitute in. Yeah, you can use Sn, no problem. So will you discuss another paper? Yeah, if later we finish earlier and I still have energy, then yeah, we will go to another paper. Sure. Alright, so let's do this. Why don't we take the negative value? Because the question says positive value. Read the questions carefully. So you tell me where can I get the paper? I am not sure. Maybe I'm not sure I can share the paper here or not. No, I can't share in my YouTube, isn't it? So send me the paper. Okay, maybe I will send the paper to Alvin, and then Alvin can send to all of you. Just give me one moment. Okay. Where is the paper? Okay, I got it. And I need to share with Messenger. Oh, Messenger cannot send PDF, is it? Oh my god. Just give me 1 second. Okay, he doesn't let me send at all. Oh my god. Yes, I want to send in Telegram, but then the problem is I cannot. Okay, maybe I save to file first. Okay, I use computer. My iPhone doesn't work so well. So, okay, I trying to help you guys, so give me a moment. So you can try to understand the thing here. How come? I couldn't find a win in my Telegram. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I got it. Yes. Okay. Done. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, I already sent to Alvin. Maybe Alvin will help me to send the links to all of them. Okay, let's move on to the number 16. So, yep. Okay, find the first term. First term is very easy. Basically mean, when you say find first term, you have to use the Sn formula given here. So, yeah, so therefore you just do 1 into the n here. This is 4 negative 1. So it's 5 over 3. This is 1 minus 4 power of negative 1 basically mean 1 over 4, isn't it? So it's 5 over 3 multiply 3 over 4. Simplify, answer is 5 over 4. Alright, so basically just substitute 1 into n. You should be able to get the answer here. Alright. Then the next thing is, you didn't receive it? I thought I sent. Oh, haven't pressed send. Sorry. Okay, I pressed send already. Yep, now send already. Yeah, I uploaded, but I forget to click the send. Yeah, you can go to the Telegram Soalan Percubaan SPM. I think, yeah, over there you have a lot of paper, but because too many paper, you kind of need to find one by one. Alright, what I want to say about B over here, maybe you guys need to pay attention also, because these 2 years, the try paper, they love about this kind of question. So I think SPM maybe will come out something like this. What's so special about this one is the sum of infinity over here. You are not going to use the sum of infinity formula, because this is the formula you have, right? You're not going to use this. They want you to understand is whatever number divided by infinity, you will get 0. So therefore, you see, this is what happened. Now what I'm doing is I sub the infinity into the n. You see, this sum of infinity equals to 5 over 4, 1 minus 4, negative infinity. Okay, what happened here is 1 minus 4 power of negative infinity, is it 1 over 4 power of infinity, isn't it? Alright, you just imagine 1 divided by extremely big number. Any number divided by extremely big number, you will get very, very close to 0. In mathematics, we will call it 0. So therefore, this is 5 over 4, 1 minus 0. So answer is 5 over 4. Alright, because this kind of question recently like quite famous. When I discuss, I'm not sure, is it Negeri Sembilan or Batu Pahat also have some questions similar like this. So yeah, make sure you do it correctly. Okay, so 5 over 3, sir. Wait, oh, it's 5 over 3. Okay, yeah, copy wrong question. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, this is how we do this kind of questions. Yes, I saw it. It's 5 over 3. Thanks for that. Right, so Yeah, we have so many kind students here. Yes, I get it. It's a 5/3. How to use, when to use a formula, when to substitute. Basically, if the question got give you the formula, you just use the formula given. Yeah. If the question doesn't give you, they ask you to find sum to infinity, then you just do yourself. You guys don't get it. You just need to know how infinity series work. Basically, you just remember any number. I don't care what is a number here. Divided by infinity is equal to 0. So if I have b over 2 power of infinity is also equal to 0. If I got c over 9 power of 99, I will also call it 0 because it's extremely big number. So any number divided by extremely big number, we'll just assume it's 0. Okay? So why you always flew one? I have no idea. Alright, so how about second term? Is the question asked about second term? No, the question doesn't ask about second term. Yeah, it's 1 divided by 0, it doesn't mean anything. But 1 divided by infinity is not 0. Well, I mean 1 divided by infinity is not equals to 1 divided by 0. What is 2 power of infinity? You just imagine 2 power of 999999999. Basically, it's extremely big number. It's infinity. What if we use the infinity formula? Yeah, I try to use the infinity formula. You will get slightly different answer. Yeah, and you have more words to do. First thing is you need to find the S2 first. And then if you find the S2, you get the answer here. After you got the answer for S2, you need to use S2 minus S1 to find the T2. After you got the T2 already, you need to use T2 minus S1 to get the common, R. You need to use the divide, sorry. You need to use the T2 over S1 to actually get your common ratio, and then after that, maybe you can try to sub in, but you will get a different answer. So I think this question itself is not the perfect, it's not a good question, because just now I do, my R value actually is bigger than 1. But R value bigger than 1, logically we cannot use the sum of infinity formula. Because in order to use that, your R value must be between -1 and 1. So yeah, so therefore just now I try R value, I'm not sure I correct or not. My R value is bigger than 1, so I cannot use the formula. So therefore I try the second method, is sub the infinity answer into the formula. I still get the answer. Okay, so you use second term minus the first term to get R. Subtract in the no, because this is GP, right? GP you doesn't use subtract, you have to use divide. Yup. So anyways, the answer still will be, yeah, maybe you guys can try. Okay, let's try it together. See, is it 5/3? Yeah. Okay, we do S2 here. 5/3, 1 minus 1/16. So this is 5/3, 15/16. So this one will be what? 75/48. Then I want to find T2 is 75/48 minus 5/4. And then I will get 75/48 minus 5/4. I will get 5/16. And then I want to get R, which is T2 over T1, 5/4. So, yep, 5/16 divided by 5/4 is 1/. Oh, then should be okay. Maybe just now I do minus. Yeah, make some clear mistake. So A is what? A is 5 over 4 over 1 minus R, 1 over 4. So it's 5 over 4 over 3 over 4. So I flip over, cut, I get 5 over 3. Yeah, nice. You can use the formula, you still get the same answer. Yeah, good to know that. Yeah, but this is mathematics lah. I mean, it should make sense, right? It should be used all the way, also get the same result. Alright, so let's move on to question 16. Okay, so diagram 5 actually show the journey from the position A to I, headed in the direction of the arrow is determined. So upon arrival at each intersection, any route can be selected to follow. The condition must be in the directions of the arrow that has been determined. So the probability that the path chosen is the same as the particular intersection. Okay. So calculate the probability that the course must passing through D. Okay, if you want to go to the D here, it's just 1 over 3. Because you imagine you are A here, you go until here, you have 3 choices, right? You can choose go A to go F, or you go D. So I will just assume this one is 1 over 3. There's nothing for me to calculate on. Okay. Then the probability that the course must pass through the G. Okay, if you want to go to the G here, okay, depend which part you want to go. Okay, we go one by one first. Let's say we go the top one. We're going like this. Okay, so the first one is you go to the B here. You have 3 choices, which is 1 over probability of getting G. So it's 1 over 3 when you at B here. And you go to the C here, you only have one way, so it doesn't matter. So you multiply 1, you can ignore. You go to the E here, you have 2 choices. You can go this side or this side, right? So times 1 over 2. Then you reach G already. Okay. Second way, if I going straight here, if I go to the B here, I have 1 over 3. I have 3 choices. When I go at F here, I only have 2 choices, 1 and 2, times 1 over 2. Okay, and I want to see this one is not possible because we kind of need to follow the arrow, because the arrow doesn't provide that, so you only have both of this answer. This is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6, so is 2 over 6 is 1 over 3. Okay, both also you will get the 1 over 3 here. Alright, so let's move on to the question 18 here. Given this is the curve of the equation, and then we want to find the turning point. See, the turning point means what? dy dx equals 0. Then I will do dy dx equals 0. So what is dy dx? Differentiate it. I get 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 equals 0. Okay, you just differentiate, you should get this thing. And then I'll factorize it. 2x and x, 3 and 1 minus and plus. So x equals to negative half or x equals to 3. Alright, but then we want to find a turning point. So I guess the point should have x and y. So I kind of need to substitute back to get the y. So use the calculator. Yeah, a lot of work here. So I just use a calculator, alright? 2 over 3 multiply negative 1 over 2 power of 3, and then minus 5 over 2 multiply 1 over 4, and then plus 3 over 2 plus 8. Seriously? Yeah, I get a kind of weird answer, but I guess this is the answer. 211 over 24. Okay. Your first coordinate here is negative 1 over 2 and 211 over 24. Okay, then let's do for 3 here. 2 over 3 times 27 minus 5 over 2 here multiply 9 minus 9 plus 8. Alright, second is, this one is still okay. Yeah, I kind of get these two coordinates, which is the turning point here. And I hope it's correct. If not correct, let me know. And then they ask you to determine the maximum point. You want to know which one is the maximum, so basically you need to differentiate second time, isn't it? So, oh my god, dy dx equals to 2x squared minus 5x minus 3, right? Then I will differentiate second time. So differentiate second time, I have 4x minus 5. Why I want to differentiate second time? Because after I sub in my x value, I can know it's maximum or minimum. So the first one, I got this one ready. I will sub x equals to negative 1 over 2, which is the first x over here. Then I have d2y dx squared equals to negative 2 minus 5 equals to negative 7. It's less than 0, then it is maximum. So therefore, the first one, this one, so the maximum point will be negative half and 211 over 24. Alright, then we test the second one. d2y dx squared. I sub in the x equals to 3. Then I will got 12 minus 5. I get positive 7, bigger than 0. This is the minimum coordinate. So the second coordinate, the 3, negative 11 over 2 will be minimum coordinates. Alright. So can you explain 17? I thought I just explained about 17. Okay, let me explain one more time maybe. Okay, so if you want to go to G here, because I think the first one should be easy, so I'm not going to explain first one. If you want to go through the G, maybe you want to go to the G here, you have two ways from this path. I call it path number 1, or this path. So this is path number 2. Then you need to find both of these. So for path number 1 first, when you reach point B here, you have 3 choices, right? You can choose you want to go to C, D, or F. You have 3 choices, you need to choose one. So therefore it's 1 over 3. Then let's say I choose one, I go to the F here. When I reach F here, I have 2 choices only, because the arrow tell me I can either go this way or this way. And then 2 choices, I need to choose one. So it's 1 over 2. So you choose the correct one, you will reach G. So for the second path over here, I'm going like this, isn't it? So therefore, when I reach B here, same thing, I have 3 choices. So I will choose 1, so it's 1 over 3. Then I reach C here, I only have 1 choice, you multiply 1. I reach E here, you have 1 choice only, you multiply 1. And then you reach F here, you have 2 choices, right? So you do 1 over 2. Then you plus together, you will get the answer. Alright, so yeah, so second derivative you will need to remember. So normally positive thing happen, you will have smiling face, right? Give you minimum. And negative thing happen in your life, you will be very sad, right? So it's maximum. Okay, use your own way to remember it. As long as you remember, and then it should be good. So is it possible the number x squared plus bx plus c has negative value, but the graph is a smile face? Yeah, basically ax squared plus bx plus c. This is the general equation. This is general equation of quadratic. You will get smiling face or sad face actually determined by the a value. So yeah, it can be smiling face and it can be sad face. It doesn't matter. Why 1 over 2 when another roots can't get to the G. Because probability is like this. When you stand at the F here, you do not know. You need to go which way. So you have two choice. You have choice number 1 and choice number 2. So from two choice here, you need to choose one. Because if you imagine you already know you want to go that direction, then you multiply 1 forever. Then your probability is 1 times 1 times 1. Your final answer is just 1. So probability, we will actually list out all the possibility. Then we will choose from the probability there. Okay, this is how the probability works. Alright. So whenever you have other possibility, you have to work it out. And then you imagine you will get correct one, because you do not know that way you can go to G or not. But then this is how you calculate the probability. So if you give a blind person, then yeah, you only have 33.33% it can reach G. This is how we calculate, right? That means it will go wrong route and then he will miss out and then he couldn't reach the G. So we want to know like what is the probability. If you think you will go the correct way only, then it's 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, then you get 100%. Then that means you say, okay, you give to a blind person, then 100% will reach G, which is not correct, because yeah, if you do not know the route, maybe you will go to the other place like I or H or D. So we kind of need to work out the possibility. Yeah, I hope I do answer clear enough. Okay, so okay. Are you from Korea? Obviously, I'm from Malaysia. Alright, so let's move on. Okay, this question part B is very confusing. I don't know can call this question as a K-bar or not, but B actually take me some time to do it, but at the end I can do it. Okay, so let's do the A first. And I guess this is dy dx. It's a typing error, even though they write dy right? It's impossible because this is y in terms of x. So I just assume it's typo, okay? So the dy dx for this one, I should get 3x squared. And when my x equals to 2, it will be 2 squared. It will be 12. Alright. Then for b here, they ask you to estimate the value 2 plus h squared in terms of h, such that h is the small change. So what I want to do is, I kind of need to understand the pattern of the question. So we have y equals to x cubed. But because we have the small change h here, and then we know our x equals to 2, right? So let's see, when x equals to 2, what happened? You have y equals to 2 power of 3. But now you have the small change h here, so you get this thing, right? That means your 2 kind of need to plus the h here to see some small change. The power is still remain equal to 3, right? So this one basically is a new value of y. This is the old value of y, which is y equal to 2 power of 3. But you have new value of y, which is 2 plus h. H is just a small change of the 2. So yes, so if you can understand what I'm talking right now, then we kind of need to use the approximation formula, which is new value of y equals to old value of y plus change of y. Okay, this is what happened. So original value of y is 2 power of 3, isn't it? 2 power of 3 is 8. You type the calculator, 2 power of 3 is 8. And how do we get the change of y? We know change of y over change of x equals to dy dx, right? This is a small change formula. So if I want to find the change of y, basically it's dy dx multiply change of x. And I already know my change of x here is h, because the question says h is the small change, isn't it? So therefore, what is my dy dx? My dy dx is 12. 12 multiply h, so equals to 12h. So yep, so this is 12h. So yeah, so therefore my new value of y is basically 2 plus h cubed, right? Equals to 8 plus 12h. And of course, you want to test if this answer makes sense. let's do some testing here. Okay, if I want to do some testing, what I will do is I assume maybe h equals to negative 0.01 because it's a small change, isn't it? Let's type in your calculator 2 minus 0.01 power of 3. See what happened. So 2 minus 0.01 and then I power of 3 it. Then I will get something like 7.8806. Alright. Then I use the other side here to do another testing. 8 plus 12 negative 0.01 because this is my h value, isn't it? So 8 plus 12 multiplied negative 0.01. Then I will get 7.88. So you realize they are very close value, right? That means this method is correct and my final result is correct. This is just for testing. Some students might confuse, how do you get 0.01? No, just a random number I give myself to test whether my final result is correct or not. Okay? Yeah, if you don't understand the new y equals oy plus change of y, yeah, you go to your reference book. Inside the chapter 9, differentiation, you check for something called approximation. Last part of the approximation they actually say about this formula is just a very tiny part in differentiation. You can check it out. Alright, question 20 here. Okay, a teacher want to choose 5 different trophy as a prize for badminton tournaments. So 2 of the trophy are made of pewter and the other 3 are made from plastic. So they want 2 from pewter and 3 for both also is P. Okay, plastic. Okay, so the number of different ways the teacher can choose. If you have 5 trophy, you have 6 type of pewter, and then you have 8 type of plastic. Okay, so basically from 6 here, I need to choose 2. From 8 here, I need to choose 3. And then you know trophy, all the trophy is the same one. You no need to arrange them. It's you see. So this one is just 6C2 multiply 8C3. Just like that. Then you will get the answer. So it is 420. Alright, then the number of way the trophy can be arranged. Do you see the way arranged? That means arranged, normally you have 2 choices. One, you use MPR. Second, you use the factorial. Alright, for arrangement in a row. So if the pewter trophy must place next to each other. Alright, so over here right now, you have 5 trophy. Okay, plastic, I'm going to call it A. Okay, pewter, I'm going to call it a B. Okay, it's easier for me this way. So over here we have how many pewter? We have 2 pewter. We have 3 plastic. And I want to arrange in a row. And the question says what? The question says the pewter must actually next to each other. So that means I need to group the pewter together. When I move the double B, I need to move it together. So I will assume it's a 1. So you calculate 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I want to arrange 4 trophy here, 4 factorial. And both of the pewter trophy you can swap place among themselves, isn't it? Multiply 2 factorial. Why 2 factorial? Because you only have 2 pewter trophy. So this one will give you 4 factorial. Where's my factorial sign, by the way? 4 times 3 times 2. What is that? 24. 48. Yeah, this calculator, I'm not sure where is the factorial sign. I seldom use this calculator. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I found it at the middle. Yeah, it's 48. Okay, so it's 840. Wow, so we're 840 there. Am I typed wrongly? 6C2 times 8C3. How come I get 420? Yeah, thanks for that. So, okay, so far so good. Alright, question 21 here. Yes, I know it's 840. Thanks for that. Okay, so let me move on to 21. Yeah, I'm not sure why he gives us this curve. Basically, we do not need the curve. We just need to calculate it. Yeah. So basically, right now you need the y square and then you need the x square. I want to test you, really. Yeah, this is something I always say last time. Alright, so okay, because we want y square and x square over here, I find y square myself, which is x plus 1 square. Alright, you must expand this bracket. Why? Because you cannot integrate this term. Because some students might trying to do this one. You cannot do this because inside the bracket, the x is more than 1. You cannot do. Alright, so therefore you no choice. You kind of need to expand it, become x power 4 plus 2x squared plus 1. Alright, you need to change this one. So I have y squared already. I will keep it. And then I want the x squared. X squared is easy. I move the 1 to the other side. X squared equals to y minus 1. Alright, then I have already. So what we do is, yeah, we insert everything. 1 to 2. What is my y square? Because dx, right, that's mean my interval of x. X power 4 plus 2x squared plus 1 dx. Minus the pi. Integrate 1 to 2. X squared is y minus 1. Because dy, right, must interval y. Alright, then I will just integrate both of them. X power 5 over 5 plus 2x power 3 over 3 plus x 1, 2. Minus pi over here, this is y squared over 2 minus y 1, 2. Alright, then the rest you should be able to do yourself, right? Substitute the 2 into it, minus you substitute the 1. You're going to do all the substitution yourself. I'm not going to do that. Alright, next one. So make everything look so easy. Yeah, I try my best to make it look easy. Is some kind of pengawai? No, I'm nobody. Alright, so find in terms of Q here. Alright, so yeah, this one is quite easy. You see this is 2, 3, become 3, 3, 2. Basically, you know you add a negative, right? Just negative Q. Because negative, you can flip over the definites. Okay, so it's just negative Q. And this one, I will just subtract them. Minus integrate 2, 3, 5 equals to negative 3. Alright, this one is exactly same with this thing, isn't it? So this one equal to Q. Integrate 5, this is dx, so it will give me 5x. 3, 2 minus equals to negative 3. So Q minus 15 minus 10 equals to negative 3. Q will equals to, okay, negative 5, 2. Okay, just solve it. Alright, so no, I'm not a god, alright. So okay, circular measure. How to do this? Okay. What we do is we want to find area of shaded region. First idea is I will use the triangle minus the area of sector, then I get part A. Part B, I will just straight away do the sector, then I do part B. So I will do the area straight away. So first one is I want to use the triangle first. So it's half times base times height. This is triangle. I need to minus area of sector. Depend you want to use the MF formula or not. If you want to use the MF formula, you kind of need to change this one into the radian. Okay, because it's half r squared theta, right? Okay, so it's half r square is 5, radian is 5 square. Theta is 58 degree. Change to radian, will multiply pi over 180. Alright, now by doing this one, I get the region A. I want to plus the region B. Okay, region B, I will do same thing, half r square theta. Theta here will be 32 degree. So it's 32 degree multiplied pi over 180. Alright, you type everything into the calculator, you will get the correct answer. Okay, I say again, region A, I find the area of triangle, and then I minus area of sector, then I get the region A. Region B, I straight away find the area of sector, then I get the answer. Why are you interested in math? This is the only one thing I good in my life. Alright, so must change into the radian. I'm not sure. You need to check back the marking scheme. For me, I okay, you use the math formula, but I worry the marking scheme is only have the half r square theta. Then if the examiner they only want to follow marking scheme, you might lose some mark. Or else you can use the modern math formula, theta over 360 multiplied pi r square. So can you teach a lot of you ask me teach something like f2 equals to f102, something like this, right? I think after this or tomorrow I will make one video only for this thing. Right, I will make a separate video to explain about this thing. But I remember I seems like I made one video before. I go to check my video list first, see whether I have this video or not, or else I will just make one video about this. No worry, this is actually quite easy. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, this one for B and C, I will not do in terms of n, and I have no idea how they want in terms of n. So I will just find the median and interquartile range. If any one of you know how to find in terms of n, you let me know. Because I checked the marking scheme, the C that doesn't even in terms of n. So maybe just typing error or what. So yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, so first thing is we try to find n first. Because they say must in ascending order. Ascending order tell you what? You can see this is 2, 3. This number must between 3 and 5, right? So therefore n minus 3 must between 3 and 5. I doesn't put the equal means what? I'm not allowed this number become a 3 because you have double of 3 here. You will confuse your participant. So therefore, I need to kind of solve this one. So I move the plus negative 3 to the other side, plus 3, it becomes 6, 8. So over here, this number must be between 6 to 8. So you only have one number, which is n equals to 7. Yeah, I know if you check the marking scheme say it's 8. 8 is not possible because what? You do 8 minus 3 here, you get 5. But here you already got 5 already, so there's not possible to be 8. So 7 is max n. If I sub the 7 into here, this whole thing will become 4 because 7 minus 3. 7 plus 2, this one become 9. So everything in ascending order, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Alright. So, okay, now I got the n already. After that, I want to find the median. I have 30 integer. So I want to find the median, I will just do the n over 2, th. Or you want to n plus 1 also can, it doesn't matter. My n is the 15th number. I will know where is my 15th number. So I will see the frequency. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12, that means 12 is up to 4 here. That means my 13, 14, 15, 16 all located at 5 here. So therefore, my median is 5. And then I want to find the interquartile range. Interquartile range basically is Q3 minus Q1. So I want to know where is Q3 and where is Q1. So in order to get a Q3 here, is 3 over 4 multiply n. So I kind of use the calculator for this one because I have decimal. So they tell me is 22.5 th. What's the meaning of 22.5? Basically, if you got 22nd, plus 23rd, you need to plus them together and then you divide it by 2. This is how you get 22.5. Alright, then I find Q1 is 1 over 4 multiply 30. So 1 over 4 multiply 30, you will get 7.5. 7.5, like what I say, is a 7 number plus the 8 number divided by 2. Alright, so I want to know where is my 7 number and 8 number and where is my 22nd and 23rd. So like what I do, I will add from the frequency. So just now, this is 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 9 is 21. So 21, that means your 22nd, 23rd, all located at 9, right? So my Q3 is just 9. Because you do 9 plus 9 divided by 2, you still get back the 9. Alright, then I want to find my Q1. Q1 will be my 7 and 8 number. So I want to know where is 7 and 8. This is 2, 6. So 7 and 8 located at 4, isn't it? Minus 4. So final answer is 5. Alright, so yep, this is how we actually do this kind of questions. So if I'm group theta, how to find interquartile range? It's the same idea. So if let's say you have 2, 3, 5, 5, 10, 11. Okay, so you want to find an interquartile range. Okay, now this is even number. The even number, first thing is you need to split into half here because the median will at the middle. After you split into half here, you have 3 numbers here. You want to split into half again. So will be at the middle, isn't it? So this one will be your Q1. This one is split into half here. You realize 10 is your Q3, isn't it? Oh my god. Where is my paper? Okay, so this one will be my Q3. This one will be my Q1. Okay, if this one is the even number. Okay, if this one is the odd number, I add one more number, 20. Now you have 7 number here. 7 number like this. Separate 3, 3. This one, middle one will be your median. Okay, if this one is the median like this, then you have 3 number over here. The Q1 is still this number. The Q3 is still this number. So it's still 11 minus 3. Nice wallpaper. Thank you. Alright, so or you can use back the what m plus 1 over 2 th. For Q1 you do this one, m plus 1 over 4 th. This one is to find the Q1. Q3 you can do 3m plus 1 over 4 th. Okay, you can do this as well if you wanted to. Alright, so yeah, try it out first. If you couldn't get the answer, you can PM me. Alright, so let's do the last question here. The diagram 25 actually shows the standard normal distribution graph. Give the mean equals to 44, standard deviation equals to 5. Alright, so this question actually tells you between negative m to 0, that means this area here is basically 0.3427. Alright, and then the question asks you bigger than m. So I'm going to draw the same thing because they are symmetry, right? The question asks you to find this area. What is this area? So in order to find this area, we know because they are symmetry, right? If they are symmetry means what? This area here is 0.3427. And we know the whole thing here should equal to 0.5, isn't it? So therefore, this one is very easy. 0.5 minus 0.3427. And then you should get the answer like 0.1573. Alright, so it's just like that. It shouldn't be too hard. Then we go to the B here. B here is a little bit confused. They should ask X score. I think this question should be asking the X score of M. Okay, because you cannot straight away say X score of what. So, okay, X score of M over here. Then, we kind of need to find what is the M value. So, since we know this m value basically is negative 0.1573. So what I will do over here is I will use the positive one because they are symmetry, right? So 0.1573. Oh no, stay over 1573 is a probability. What am I doing? It's a probability. It's not the m value. I'm sorry. It's 0.1573. Then I can find the m value by using the z value table. 0.1573 need to minus 14. So this is 1.006. Okay. So therefore, my m value is 1.006. Alright, then what I'm doing here is z equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. My z value is 1.006. My x is the value I want to find. Mean will be given above here. 44, standard deviation is 5. So I will solve this one to find my x value. 1.006 multiplied 5 plus 44. My answer will be 49.03. Alright, this is how we solve this kind of question. I hope you can understand. Or else you kind of need to check out my probability distribution video. Okay, is that... So how do you read the table? You do not know how to read the table? You have less than 1 week for SPM. If the probability, you read inside here, if it is the probability given. So, but if it give you is the z value, you read here. If they give you is the z value, or they call it standard score, then you're going to read there. Okay, so because they give you a probability is what? 0.1573, right? So I need to find the closer one is 15. This one is too small, so the closer one is 1587. But I have 15. Okay, ignore the 0 first. I have 1587. I want to get 1573. Then I kind of minus it, see what's the difference between them. You realize it's a 14. So I need to minus 14 because you see minus tolak. That means you need to subtract, right? So this is the reason why I circle the 14. Then I use the 0.1587 minus 14 for last 2 digits. I will get 0.1573. I hope you can understand. You look like Sumiya. No, my eWorker is not that good. Alright, so is it because the question given a negative m, we do need to include the negative? Yeah, because we kind of need to find m, right? We are not finding negative m. We need to find m. So m can be positive or negative, depend which side of it. But because we need to find an m, so we can ignore the negative. It doesn't matter in this case. X value will be different if we have the negative m. Yes, because right now you have two choice. You want to use the 1.006 or you want to use the negative 1.006. But because I only want to find the m, right, so I use the positive one. Yeah, because if you use the negative value over here, I think you will get different result for your x, right? Yeah, you will get different result for your x. Okay, no tota thing here. Tomorrow what time will streaming? So let's set about 2 p.m. Yeah, after my lunch. So yeah, maybe 2 to 4. I will try to check the Selangor paper, see is it hard, or you guys prefer the Kedah paper too. Yeah, basically I try to focus on Negeri Sembilan also can. Yeah. If Z got modulus. Yeah, the modulus thing I explained in my video. You go check it out. But in the diagram, it's negative m, it's not m. It doesn't matter. For me, it should be doesn't matter. Because right now you need to find the x-score of m. You are not finding the x-score of negative m. But if you want to find the negative m, it's fine. You will get a different x value, but I think that value should be correct also. For your information, I will I see a lot of suggestions because someone actually told me the lembaga will modify the question for Negeri Sembilan, Selangor and Kedah. This is the reason why I actually choose this paper. Yeah, I know some other paper actually is harder, so but I'm not sure the tips is correct or not, but yeah, why don't just try it out? Okay, so it's fine. I will go check out these 3 papers, but tomorrow definitely we'll discuss the paper 2. Either Negeri Sembilan, Selangor or Kedah. Yeah, I will announce at my YouTube community there, so you just check it out. You should be able to know. No leak lah, it's fact. Yeah, maybe it's a fact, but then we can actually learn more also. No worry. And a lot of students ask me to discuss purely K-bar question only. I'm still preparing for it, so I think before your exam, maybe one day before, I will just gather the K-bar from different states, like the state you guys like about Kelantan or Terengganu. I will just collect some K-bar question and maybe I will open one live streaming purely discuss about K-bar question only. But I still thinking want to do it like one day before now, because like one day before I shouldn't actually like break your confidence. Yeah, because like one day before I actually should discuss some easier paper so that you are more confident to face your exam. So I'm still not sure when I want to discuss, or should I just discuss K-bar question only or not. So but anyways, I will let you guys know at my YouTube channel. So I haven't stopped my screen recording. Yeah, since so many of you asked about Negeri Sembilan, maybe tomorrow we'll do about Negeri Sembilan. No problem for me actually. Alright, let's set it easier. Tomorrow we'll discuss about Negeri Sembilan, paper 2. 2 to 4. I will see you guys tomorrow, right? So yeah, this video will be at my YouTube channel later, so no worry. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. And have a wonderful night. Good night and do more practice because you only have less than 1 week. Do as many practice as possible. Alright, see you guys around and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye and good night.